Alrighty guys, welcome. Time to just kill that music a bit before I forget, before we get this show on the road. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Just 1 minute, guys. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Alright guys, let's get the show on the road. As always, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. Hope we're all doing well, guys. Don't be shy to say g'day. TikTok is my last chance. I am live on TikTok. I'm not sure I'll stay on long, to be honest, because don't want to risk it. YouTube, guys, please don't be shy to say g'day. We're here to obviously analyze the charts, spot some quality entries, and see what we can come up with moving forward. So obviously had some big news yesterday with the inauguration of Mr. Donald Trump. So interesting to see that off the back of that, gold today has shot up. So we'll see if that is to be sustained. But anyway, guys, let's quickly take a look at the news. We have some high impact news to come for the pound shortly with the claimant count change. So that's obviously the change in the amount of people claiming unemployment benefits. So if there's less people claiming unemployment benefits, that is deemed good for an economy, which is good for a currency. Therefore, that means there's obviously more people in a job. So coming out of England shortly. So that is something we need to keep a bit of an eye on for those of us who do trade the pound. In particular, myself, I trade pound yen. So I will keep an eye on that. Meantime, guys, please make sure to hit the like button. YouTube, welcome to all you guys. TikTok, welcome to you guys. Please make sure to smash that screen, hit the like button, and let's get underway with the analysis, guys. And as always, I will start with the gold today. So let's start in the weekly time frame, and what we can see is the current weekly candle is forming a very strong bullish candle. We have now broken the high of that previous candle. So at this stage, we've got counter probabilities to the upside. Let's mark in the current weekly / daily candle high. Above it, there's likely going to be options for continuation buys. Moving on to the daily time frame. So as we can see, we've broken above this resistance. However, until we actually close above it, we don't have any confirmation just yet. However, obviously we've broken it. So if we do pull back within the daily candle, respect minor levels of support, and head back up, then I feel there is a high probability that we will close the daily candle a strong bullish candle and eventually above this resistance here to the left. As far as the daily time frame targets, we've got targets up here in that 27.44 to 48 sort of region. The next line of resistance on the daily time frame. We can see the daily structure. Look, a lot of you are going to think I'm crazy when I say it is still technically bearish. I understand though, what we are doing is forming some higher lows, higher highs. But until we actually close above this swing point here, we're technically bearish. But again, using counter probabilities, that being to the upside, along with the actual trend within the structure itself being bullish, still favor the buys based off that. Looking at on the 4 hour, as we can see, we've just broken through that resistance. Nice strong closure before on the previous candle. Current candle is about to close. Okay, I didn't realize that. Anyway, probably should have. But the previous candle, so what we're going to do is the previous candle is closed basically right at resistance, and we have since broken it. So we're just going to mark it in. We'll likely shift it across once we go down to the 30-minute time frame. We are technically bullish in structure though on the 4 hour. We're also going to mark in a level of support to the downside, the origin of the most recent swing to the upside. So we're just going to mark that level in. As far as the target, we're going to mark in the level to the left hand side here. Got around that 2,744 as a potential target moving forward on the 4 hour time frame. Now having a look at it on the M30. So the M30, I'm going to leave this 4 hour support in. I'm going to drag it slightly. Now I'm going to adjust this zone. So I'm just going to remove it. And now what I'm going to do is adjust it. So I'm going to mark in resistance at the daily high. Above it, let's see what we've got to the left hand side here. the 30, we do have a little bit more of minor resistance to the left. So let's mark that in. Change it to blue so we can identify that it's a minor time frame. Let's go to the 15. Let's see if there is any kind of margin above the current level. So, okay, so we're pretty much at a resistance. Above that level, it is a lot cleaner. So at this stage, looking for possible buys, not just at this point, but this could be one potential area to look for a possible buy above 27.31 roughly would be a level I'd be looking to get involved in some potential buys above the current daily count size. So we're just going to remove that zone. And what we're also going to do is mark in the most recent support, which lines up with the resistance here to the left hand side on the 15-minute time frame. I'm just going to mark that level in. And seeing we are at the 4-hour resistance, guys, so you could really draw these zones in both in gray. The 4-hour are the gray zones to help distinguish between the minor and major zones. The major zones are zones that price is more likely to react to and potentially reject. The minor zones are zones that price is more likely to disregard, if that makes sense. So I'm considering all these zones to be quite major zones. But what I can see is if we are to pop below the support formed at the 4-hour resistance, we are also back below some previous resistance here to the left. We have some pretty clean traffic to the next level of data around that 27.17 sort of region. So for me, I'd be definitely keen on looking for the sells upon the closure below 27.2269. It's not technically going to be flipping any structure for the time being. 15-minute structure would be flipping. Actually, you could argue it's flipping a 30 as well. So there you go. So we do have a bit of a catalyst there for the sells, rejecting a 4-hour resistance, flipping the M30 and M15 structure. That could be a potential level to look for some sells on the gold. So right now, the current area we are trading within is pretty much a no trade zone. It's very choppy price action, which makes it quite difficult to follow. So I'd rather wait for price to either pop below the support or above the resistance, and then at that point there we're going to have more probable entries for either to the downside or upside. So that is gold, guys. Hopefully that did make sense. If it did, make sure you guys know what to do. Hit that like button, and we will move on to GJ, guys. I'll get to all you guys shortly. I'll answer if anyone has questions. Anyone has any charts or pairs you'd like me to look at, feel free to ask. I'll get to those shortly, guys. So looking at GJ now, so current weekly, now popping back pretty much to the support here to the left-hand side. Based off the previous weekly, we do close back a strong bearish candle. We've already pulled back significantly into that candle, but what we can see on the daily is we are now rejecting. So what we're going to do is mark in the previous daily candle's high. Above it, got some clean traffic to the left on the daily time frame. What we're also going to do is mark in the current daily candle's low. You know, structurally we are bearish. We're seeing we are rejecting just now. If we any pullback within the current daily candle, we're going to see which levels we've got to look for on the minor time frames, price to potentially reject in order to head back down and grab that liquidity to potentially create that lower low and make another impulse to the downside as we begin to break the current daily candle's low. Onto the 4-hour and the time frame itself, the structure is technically bearish as well. I'm going to mark in the resistance at the daily high. Above it, we can see we've got some clean traffic on the 4-hour. Support's a little bit tricky. We're kind of close to it, so it's not going to be easy selling into the 4-hour support. See what we've got in the meantime on the 30-minute time frame, and that is also bearish. So the bias is technically bearish, but that being said, the weekly is still at the currently forming bullish. So if we are to respect the support formed at the current daily candle's low, this is the buy option, guys. We are to respect that support. We have obviously most recently formed resistance at this point here on, let me just mark it here to be exact, 190.838. Let's just check on the 15-minute time frame. So yeah, let's just drag it up to the highs of that zone, that bullish wick on the 30. It's the highest point of the bearish wick, the M15. So above 190.860 roughly, if price was to close above that point there, we have made a clean move down prior to that, bouncing off a support here to the left hand side, respecting the low of the daily candle, the support formed at the low, and that point there I could look for potential options for a buy to take the price back up. Having said that, if it does give us the option, or if it just pumps from this point without any confirmation, what we can do is look for price to reject levels to the upside. So really anywhere below the daily high, if we were to pull back up and reject, I'd be looking for my sell options. I'm just going to remove that zone for the time being. We're just going to put sells below this point here. And that is probably it on GJ. I may consider, again, this is, the thing is, selling it below low, you're running out of margin. You really don't have a great deal of margin to the downside. Let's just quickly mark it in. You've got about 16, 17 pips. So look, it just depends on how price, how deep it closes into that 4-hour support. But I will contemplate a potential sell so long as we do have the margin, but it's highly unlikely, to be honest. Probably best to wait to see how price reacts to that 4-hour support. If we bounce off it, seeing we are at the 4-hour lows, we look for some structure to form at these lows for potential buy moving forward. So that is GJ, guys. Hopefully it makes sense. If it did, make sure to smash that screen, TikTok. Make sure to hit like button, YouTube. And what will be the focus? So I kind of like gold. I always prefer to trade gold. But they both are at interesting levels, so keep a bit of an eye on both. So apologies, as I will constantly be flicking through. Maybe let's set an alert on GJ. Well, actually, GJ looks like it could almost present, but then again, it's just the open for new alley, so I've still got time to wait for a closure above that point. Yeah, so I mean, we'll consider things again in 12 and a bit minutes on GJ. Same as gold. So we've got some time, guys. So let me say good day to one and all. Move zone to the downside for the time being. All right. So first of all, YouTube. Beats, good morning to you. Carl, good morning to you. Franco, good morning. And to everyone else, don't be shy, guys. There's more than that on the stream. Carl, anyone heard from Rick of late? No, I still have not, mate. So hopefully he's all good. Yeah. TikTok, welcome. Thank you for all the new follows. I won't be on for too long on TikTok because I'm on my last strike. If I get banned again, I'm done. So I've got to be really careful what I say. TikTok, so I'll probably only stay on for like maybe at 45 minutes to an hour. I'll continue the stream on YouTube. User 9288. I have a sell gold 2716. Do you think it's, let me just move that to reach there? 2716. I mean, anything's possible. It's a previous resistance here to the left. It just needs to break this support. Does I think it's more probable at that point there to make that move for you. Lockin, explain how FTMO works. So FTMO is a prop firm, so you pay to have the rights to undertake a challenge, and if you pass that challenge, they will give you access to a certain amount of funds, and that's how it works basically. I don't want to go into too much detail in case it ticks the algorithm over. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be really careful, but again, it's just a prop firm. There are plenty out there. Do your own research. FTMO is probably the best one though, the most reliable. Static Electrical, good morning to you. Human went to see BTC. Yeah, I don't really focus too much on, I don't really look at crypto too much on this stream, or Forex stream. Do look at Bitcoin occasionally. Still in a massive uptrend. I wouldn't be worried about the recent 7 or 8k pullback. Showing some exhaustion at the highs on the daily. Goes back a week bullish candle. I mean, based off that, price is right low of that previous daily. I think there's potential for it to pull back a little bit further. 4-hour structure is actually still bullish. As long as it remains above this zone here, it's going to be still technically bullish in my eyes. So yeah, it's quite bullish. The M30 is also technically bullish as long as it remains above that point there. So what I can see on Bitcoin, for those who scalp it, got some resistance at this level here. I'm just going to mark it in 104,327. and if we get close to above it on the minor time frames, I think it's a high probability going to come back up towards that 107 flat, and then potentially the all-time high yet again. So that is Bitcoin. Just quickly, all right, members, by the way, I shall send you guys the link. Apologies for being a little late with that. Johnny, good morning to you. Samil, check UJ please. I will check UJ for you, and you ask politely. We'll keep an eye on gold. We've got about 8.5 minutes left of 15. If it closes below, I'm going to look for potential sells. I'm not going to take the impulse entry. I don't have a valid reason to take it at the moment. It's just coming from consolidation. Plus, we're coming from above the support, so there is no valid entry for me just now on gold until the candle closes. Okay, so looking at UJ just quickly, weekly forming bearish. We've got a lower high, lower low to the previous candle. Currently pulling back within the current weekly candle. See what sort of levels we've got once we go down to the 4-hour, more so in the M30. Daily, structure wise, is bearish. You've also got counter probabilities to the downside. We are bouncing off a support here to the left though. Tricky because you got lower high, lower low on the daily as well. 4-hour, bit messy to be honest. Structure wise, it's bearish as well. So I mean, based off that, the bias is the downside. Doesn't mean I only consider selling it. Below the support, you got a little bit more support here to the left. Quickly go to the 30 minute structure. Appears to be the only time frame that I would call technically bullish. So what I'd be looking at on UJ is a little bit of resistance to form around here. If prices begin to pop above the resistance after bouncing off 4-hour support, I'd be looking for a buy based off that. You create that high, higher low, higher high, forming a bit of structure. That would be an option to buy it. Otherwise, I'd be looking for rejection of this 4-hour resistance for a potential sell, and possibly buys above. I'd probably drag it up a little bit higher. That's, yeah, 156, 730. That's just a quick analysis of UJ. And let's focus on gold for the time being anyway, guys. Looking pretty good. Thank you for the follows, TikTok. How am I learn from you? Human, just watch the live streams, that's it. You'll learn a lot from watching me live. What do you think XP will go up? No idea. I don't, again, not really a big investor into cryptos. I used to invest in XRP, but yeah, I have no idea about the cryptos in all honesty. All I can do is analyze the chart. I don't know fundamentals when it comes to the cryptos. Do I believe it will eventually go up? Probably. But that's all I know about it. What's the starting amount? Humans, whatever you're willing to risk. That's what the starting amount is. So if you only got, you can't afford to lose cash, then be careful. Maybe start with demo trading. Trump coin started going up again. Yep, probably. Sell BTC, human, okay. When to buy, like I mentioned before, that level. All right, guys, don't forget to follow if you're not already doing so. Sketch was more into you, mate. Hope you're well. Yep, liking the stream will be much appreciated. It's really one of the only ways to get numbers onto the stream, guys. It's true. The algorithm likes when people like it because it sees my content as something that is interesting to the viewer, and it'll pump it out to other people who search for, obviously, Forex. Beats works a lot in the morning, won't coming off a while. Fair enough, mate. I hope as well. Yeah, that's it, Carl. Just showing some love for the community, making sure it runs all good. Mr. Tommy John, good day to you. ABZ, Euro USD, please. No more, and certainly can have a look for you. All right, so let's look at Euro USD, and by the looks of it, bit of strength after yesterday's inauguration from Mr. Trump. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I've not caught up with what he did say. I know he was planning tariffs and things like that. But it looks like the majors have caught a bit of a move off the back of it. So obviously the weekly, we now got that high low higher high. We are forming a very strong bullish candle as well on the weekly. So based off that, we are strong bullish. Good look to see what levels we've got in between on the 4 hour and M30 more so. Daily, what we can see is we've pulled back to a resistance here and we've bounced off it so far. So we are technically bearish in structure though, rejecting a resistance. Kind of now it's ping pong between that resistance at 103,570 and the actual daily resistance level. So structure wise, it's bearish at a very key level of price action. The 4 hour is also well, it's technically bullish, but again, hard pressed. We keep rejecting that resistance. A very strong key level to the left. Mark in these lows as support, and let's see what we've got in 30. But a 30-minute is technically bullish, so therefore the buyer side would actually say split bullish in a matter of a day. It was very bearish to begin the week. So on EU, what I'd be looking for is the most recent level we have formed some resistance at is this point here on the 15-minute. So I'd be marking that level in. And what I would say is, if we were to begin to up above and close above that point there, for me, there's a high probability we'll come to the next level at 103,970, and then potentially we have the momentum up to the 4 hour resistance yet again. So I'd be looking for the buys above 103,814 roughly. As far as sells, got some pretty clean traffic below the support formed at the daily low. So if we were to begin to populate that point there, let me just mark it in. It is 103,558. And I could also look for a potential sell. So right in the middle here, I would not really do anything. There's no margin. And I just wait for price to either close above the resistance or below it, below the support. All right, let's see, GJ. Looking pretty good. So GJ, I normally wait for a 30-minute candle closure. Let's just see what the... Wow, it's pretty wide stop loss based on 15. Alright, so the plan for me on GJ, if I was to look for an entry based off the 15-minute time frame, I want it to close up near its high, and I want the next 5-minute candle to close back bearish, retesting this zone, and I would look for an impulse entry as the second 5-minute candle of the new M15 breaks the high. That's what I'd be looking at. I want a stronger confirmation. I mean, could be worth taking a small entry, as once you get that retest of this zone, and if price begins to break the high, thing is you'd be taking anticipation that the current candle, which has already pushed some 35 pips or so, you're taking anticipation it's going to make another move to the upside and continue up. So yeah, on GJ, I'm more inclined to wait for a 30-minute closure. On gold, not so. Gold, the 15 is sufficient enough. Alright, so let's see on GJ. I'd like to see the candle now close back. Try a little bit of a minor pause above the resistance. Thank you for followers. TikTok. Franco, anyone know what happened in the news half an hour before Tokyo Open? There was a big down move on G&E. It's possibly something out of the Trump speeches. That is the evening in the US around that time. Brad, Sade, guys, thank you for the follow. Gold, yeah, gold. Well, it's nothing at the moment. Just in consolidation. GJ, like we could potentially make the move. I'm gonna patiently wait for a 30-minute closure now. Again, it's my time frame in GJ that I am familiar with, the 30-minute, and I'm comfortable with. You guys are okay with it on the 15, and it's not a bad entry. Keep doing this, the stupid playlist. Oh, probably gonna get copyright. Brad E Hardy, come across for the first time, looks interesting. Thank you, mate. Just yeah, welcome. Keep watching. I have to be really careful what I say on TikTok, so I just keep getting banned. I have no idea why, but anyway. Good morning to you, mate. Good to see some of the members in your YouTube chat. It was a really good session yesterday. Enjoyed that. Breaking down the break and retest entry. Brad, awkward, mate. When traveler group. Welcome to you. Yeah, it's not probably the stream to shill meme coins or anything like that, to be honest. Xauusd, thank you for the follow. All right, so we want gold's closed nice and strong. Lisa, thank you for follow. And Jerome as well. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. Where are we all watching from, guys? I'm here in Melbourne, Oz. I know a lot of the YouTube are over in Germany or England. Some Aussies. Jerome, USA. Okay, nice one. Well, fortunately, Trump saved you when it comes to TikTok. So, Brad, Brisbane. Okay, nice one. Sunny Bris Vegas. Abs, England. Steve Dean, I know you're from England. Welcome. Beats the Netherlands. That's it. The Netherlands. You and Mr. Rick. Paul, yep, New South Wales. Newcastle's not a bad spot. Newcastle, I actually really enjoyed it at the time. I've been there once. the main road there. Used to be well, one notch. That was years ago. I'm talking about 15 years ago or something. Really good pubs. Soon, Bangladesh, nice one. Once, interestingly, had a visa for Bangladesh, but I never went. Was told not to go just before I was about to book the ticket. Beats, yeah, Rick too. Yep, from the Netherlands. Of course, Franco. Drift, Manchester. Are you a Manchester United or City fan? Not that I really follow it. I'd be lying to you if I said I followed it. I couldn't even name one player on any of those teams. Liverpool fan? Okay. I honestly don't think I could name one player in the Premier League at all. I'm not joking, guys. Because Ronaldo isn't playing in Premier League anymore, does he? So that's how much I know when it comes to what we call soccer, what you guys call football. JJ is struggling at the moment. Still might not be too late for potential buys on the open of the new M30. Melbourne Stars, your team? Yeah, I'm not a... I mean, to be honest, the only sport I follow these days is the NBA, and even that isn't as exciting as what it used to be. It's just changed. It's become too European elite. So all they do is basically find the open man outside the arc to shoot a three. That's basically all it is these days. Gone are the flashy days of, you know, the Michael Jordans and attacking the rim and all that stuff. Just become a shooter's game. If you can't shoot, there's no room for you in the NBA anymore. Oh, the manager, what's his name? Don't say it. I do know. I can see him. I can picture his face. His name again? I know who you're talking about. He used to coach one of the Scottish teams as well, didn't he? Like me, I can't remember. Oh no, I'm gonna say Mark Viduka. That's a blast from the past. How many years ago is that? Mark Viduka. Harry Kuehl. I really can't remember his name. I know he's a highly rated coach, but for life me, I can't remember his name. Yeah, ever since Timmy Cahill retired, I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's it. Ange Postecoglou. Yep, that's it. Now I remember. Ever since Timmy Cahill retired, I don't think I know one EPL player. I know there's the dude that has long hair, blonde guy. Plays for Manchester City. Because I see him on the cover for FIFA. That's all I know. I don't know his name. No idea. If anyone likes the basketball, the NBA, I'm happy to talk basketball. That's probably the only sport I know about these days. Even the Aussie rules, I don't follow it anymore. Not for probably 10 plus years. Still occasionally check the scores and things. I still have a soft spot for my good old Blue Boys, but they're been shit for how many years now. The Loyalty family, not at all. I can look at silver for you. It's most probably very similar to gold. Silver does move similar to gold, but it tends to have it's more volatile. It's a smaller market. It doesn't take as much to move it. It's a small asset class. But just looking at silver on the weekly, we can see the previous candle was kind of rejection candle. Closed back bearish, leaving a long wick in our direction. We're currently an inside bar candle, forming bullish daily. Structure wise, similar to gold, I'd argue it's technically bearish, but we are forming higher lows, higher highs within the actual structure itself. We've got some resistance. We're fast approaching yet again. The 4 hour, I would call that bullish. I'll be marking the highs. Got about 4 minutes left, guys, so it's all good. Marking that point there. And the M30, I would say, is still technically bearish unless until it closes above that wick there. So on silver, you possibly could have got some entries on the previous candle, but had no upper wick. A bit tricky. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. I prefer, I mean, the buyers are awkward because you've got resistance after resistance. So in this sort of situation, what I prefer to see if I was to look for sell is a bit of support forming yet again, and then look for the closure below, plain trap to the left. Otherwise, I'd probably be more inclined to let it create some clean moves, up through some mess to the left, and pull back, open up this range to become more probable trading range in my opinion. So that's what I'd probably be looking at on silver. There goes GJ in the last minute and a bit. All right, all good. Motorsports, no, not a big fan as well, to be honest. Is Sadio Mane still playing? No idea who that is. All right, so that was the early move on GJ. So again, now I need to wait for it to reset. So in the next 2 minutes, I really don't want to pump, and I want to see the 15-minute closing week bearish, and that will provide me a potential signal as it breaks the high of the bearish candle. And if it just goes, it goes. It's not my time frame for GJ. I don't read off the 15. Maybe I will. I am testing it out with something members and I've been testing, the GJ on the 15-minute time frame. Gold, again, more comfortable with the 15. I'm just more comfortable trading gold in general, to be honest. XRP seems to be doing well. A few people have talked about it, so what is going on with it? Wow. Another mistake of mine. Yeah, let's not look at it. Ghost, thank you for the follow. Brad used to trade Nikkei 222 futures for years. It was good. Okay, never really looked into it. Okay. Maybe a cheeky little interruption play on a 5-minute. It would be a low risk because this is the lower time frame. As long as this candle doesn't break the high of the previous candle, if it taps into the high of that bearish candle, it could be a small entry, guys. So you'd be looking at, depending on your broker on IC markets, you're looking at 994, 199.94. Stop loss would have to be below 15. Below previous 15. So
Hey, good morning.
morning, Franco. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, not bad.
Very good. So I'm looking also for some buys on GU.
On GU.
Yeah.
Okay. In a small GJ position, guys. GU, yep. Looking pretty good. Close bullish engulfing.
Bouncing from the support. So
Yep, this support.
and stop loss is the actual M50 bullish candle.
Yep, that's looking good. I like the entry. If it breaks the high, I think it looks really good. So it's for those who do trade GU. Camilla, good morning to you. Thank you, Jeffro Scone, for the follow. So this is a small entry based off the 5-minute interruption. Got a closure engulfing after a nice impulse. We've got this one pause candle in between. So again, as per usual, I follow, if it begins to flip, that's when I usually start to get to break even. Good thing is it's early into the M30 as well. You know, strong closure on a previous M30. So it's looking good for continuation to the upside. Flip back bullish. So gonna get to break even. You had about 6 bit pips on the table. That's just following the rules for this trade.
So in.
Are you in GU, are you, Franco?
Yeah. 3 pips. Profit. Wow, nice.
Yep,
Nice.
GJ. Wow, there goes GJ. I'm securing partial, so I've got 11 pips.
Yeah, me too. So,
And stop loss at entry. And that's how we roll, guys. Nicely done. So good entry.
Finally.
Nice and easy. Hopefully you guys were following along. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. YouTube, there's 40 of you on stream, only 23 likes, so please hit that like button. Help others, you know, to know that we are out there, we are educating, and we are taking some good trades as well. So, had 11 pips on the table on GJ. I secured 80% at right on at about that 11. Now I'm just gonna let the rest go for the time being. Target, I mean, the target wouldn't be that high. The target would be the next resistance. Oh, what is going on here? Tommy, cheers, mate. The man who introduced me to this entry. So, kudos to you. We did a little bit, but we give credit when where credit's due. Anyone else? Anyone else take the W? Well done if you did.
Not on GJ, but on GU.
Perfect, mate. Nice one. Yeah, looking good. So you had about 9 pips or so on the table.
No, I left also at 5 pips. I had a bigger lot size, and I took 5 pips out
nice
of
one.
the market.
Good to see. Well done, guys. All right, so we've got 20 over 25, just under 25 minutes until the session open. Stop loss safely at break even. Anyone on TikTok, anyone grab it? I might be getting shadow banned because the numbers are very low on TikTok today compared to normal. So still got a couple of pips on the table, likely to get stopped out. All right, so let's see what happens with gold now. So we've had an early win on GJ. We're now going to probably turn our attention to gold. We'll keep the GJ trade running. We'll see if it continues. And well done on GU as well to Franco and anyone else who took that trade. All right, so in gold, we want price to close above this resistance. Once again, it is a level here to the left-hand side. So I'm not going to be buying it into it, even though if we begin to break above the current daily counters high on continuation, which we are fast approaching right now, the daily high, there is a high probability we will make a move to the upside. I'm just a little bit concerned because it is a 4-hour level and it lines up with a 15-minute/30-minute resistance to the left. So I'm going to patiently wait to see if price can pop above 27.31 and then reassess for my options for a buyer on gold. GJ is currently the runner. The 20% I've got left is currently running at 8 pip profit, so still on the table. GJ, Franco, nice one. Tommy, thank you, appreciate it. Suman W, nice one. Cody W, Steve, well done. Bruno, good to see the guys killing it. Ben, morning to you, brother, hope you're well. You're in gold buys off the low wick, 27, nice one. 27 free. Good work. Wow, interesting. Assuming it's around that resistance. Beautiful, I like it. Stocks break even, securing for 19 pips. Nice one. 27.29. Yep. There you go. Beautiful. GJ also pumping, so I've currently got 13 pips on GJ. All these trades, win, lose, or draw, I take screenshots of. I then post them into the VIP and I full labeled chart as to, you know, why I took the trade and all that. Help the guys, you know, get to know what goes through, you know, my thought process when looking to take a trade. So let's see on gold. Got just over 5 minutes. Ride one wild horse. I love TikTok. All right, gold is pumping, as is GJ. Would there be limit order options on gold? For that to be valid, I want it to close about 8 pips minimum above the high. I don't even know how to get to delete messages on TikTok as well, to be honest. Gold looking good. Members, I will be on with you guys as well later for 3MY. Camilla, at the moment, yeah, at the moment it's 15. The 5-minute was GJ, and that was based off what we call here the pause candle, where what we often see is price will pull back to retest that pause candle, and seeing it is trending upwards. If we are to continue with the trend, it likely will bounce off that level and continue up, which is why I took the entry and why I've managed to secure some profits. As to the 5 minutes, probably it's not as probable as the 15 and 30, but I have tested it out over the holiday break, over the, you know, Christmas and New Year's period, and it worked quite effectively, worked quite well. So we're waiting on gold now. I don't know, thank you for the follow. Love how YouTube, you take a trade, take a win, and then you lose like half the audience.
Job done, Justin.
Yeah, they click on to the next guy, see if they're taking a trade. Amazing. And it's never too late. As long as you've got a valid entry, it's never too late. I mean, we're watching this thinking, right, it's probably gone now without us. Something crept up and we took advantage of it. Gold could do the same. Don't want it to close weak though. I want it to close strong. I want it to close up near its high. I've still got 20% running on GJ and it's currently at 12 pips. So, Mr. Phil, going to you, brother. Hope all is well. Eight pips above. What is this? 8 pips above is 27.31.78.
So I recognize, Justin, that I was 21 seconds in the trade.
In GU.
In my GU in GU by 21 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want.
Absolutely, very, very nice. So it was good to have a bigger lot size and then taking the profit out of the market with 5 pips.
For sure.
So yeah, absolutely. So
as long as you trust it and you, yeah, you're willing to accept the risk.
Yeah, but the issue is I've seen it. It was there was a former H4 support from yesterday, and was hitting this yesterday one time, and this morning another time, and then the third time. So I think this was for me enough then to take some buys to head up again.
Yep, nice one. That's the gold. Didn't quite get the closure above, guys. Apologies, I missed it, but we didn't close above, so it's not valid either way. Really strict with these limit order entries, guys. You have to be really strict with them. The rule, and most of you who follow me throughout the whole of last year, the first year streaming on YouTube, you guys will know gold has to be a minimum of 8 pips above zone. I'm interested in looking for the limit order. This closed about 7 pips above, so that was the point where it needed to close above. It hasn't done so. So I'm now going to wait. If this closes back weak bearish on the 15, still could have potential entries at London Open on the break of the weak bearish candle high. So still could have options, guys. What that will also do is close the M30 above the resistance here to the left, which would add confluence to any potential entry, in my opinion. So that's the level I want to see price close above, that bearish wick. Just remove this horizontal. Can you guys hear the fan in the background? It's quite loud. I don't know if I'm across that on the stream.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Can't hear it? Alright.
I'm stepping out for some minutes right now.
Okay, no worries, mate. All good. So this is good on gold. This is what I want to see. Closing above, weak bearish. If it closes, there's still a lot of time left. It's under 13 minutes of this current M15 leading into London session open. But if it did close as is, I could also be looking at potential options above this bearish counter high. So a good start to the day. Let's see if we can get another option. Appreciate all the support, guys, from TikTok and YouTube. Potential sell after closing. Morris. I'm looking for a buy, in all honesty. As long as we remain above this zone, I prefer the buys. DJ, but no, I'm still just in. I'm about to be taken out though. I'm 1 pip in at the moment. My runner. Yeah, so my runner's just been taken out, GJ. So nice win on GJ. You at 80% at 11 pips, so nice win. Now we're waiting on potential options on gold. So none of this, guys, is investment advice. Again, do your own research. All I'm doing is running live on a stream. Free education, that's all. That's what it's about. Gold should do a pullback. Edward, maybe, but I think, in my opinion, as long as it respects this resistance, there's a high probability it's going to make another impulse up. I like the fact that we could be pausing though at the moment. So we come from the Asian session, support form during the Asian session. Create another impulse, cut through some resistance here to the left. If we now begin to close above it, continue to close above it, then I think, in my opinion, there's a high probability it could continue to the upside. Doesn't necessarily have to though. Obviously, history, as I always mention, doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. Yeah, welcome everyone on TikTok. Good to see the numbers are finally going up. We've already had one nice trade on GJ, now waiting on potential entries for all the gold. And if you could, guys, if you're not already done so, please follow. Got a goal of 2,000. We're fast approaching it. Am done. Gold to 2644. Again, I could do anything, to be honest. All I do is come up with my game plan and I react if when in time comes. That's simply what I do. Mr. Phil holding position on EJ. Looking good. Let me clear all that mess. I know you're probably looking at the hourly, possibly the 2 hour time frame. based off that, it's looking really good. You've rejected some resistance here to the left, kind of a hammer, doji slash hammer candle at previous resistance. So yeah, it's looking pretty good, brother. Good to see the members are doing well. Ham done. Sell area at 2650, 2653. Yeah, we're a long way off that point, to be honest. So I'm not so concerned by it. I'm a scalper, so I'm more concerned by where we are on the current price action, what we're heading into, and what signals I'm getting within it to look for any potential entry option. As far as the longer term picture, I'm not so worried or bothered by it, in all honesty. So once again, I want this count to close simply above the zone. I don't really need to use a fib in this case, but if I wanted to, just to confirm it being a weak pause candle, I'd want it to close around a 0.382, which lines up perfectly with that resistance. So if it closes above it, then I'd be happy to look for some potential options at London Open. I'm done. Cheers for the feedback. Pleasure. TikTok, I'm probably going to end the stream soon because I don't want to get I've got one more strike and then I'm out. So I'm going to be really careful. I'll continue stream on YouTube so you guys don't have to worry. I don't know, I did not buy Trump coin. DJ is pushing back up since taking a runner out. It's all good. So very simple rule, guys. We want it to close at the high of the gray zone, above it preferably. Morris? No, I don't have a Telegram group. I have a Discord group, but anyway, not going to delve into that because I don't want to get a ban. You guys are more than welcome to I've got plenty of short videos on my profile. You're more than welcome to have a look at the profile. Suss things out. Default, thank you for the follow. Morris, all good. Yeah, Yusuf, I'm just gonna call you. I know, man, it sucks. I went through a stage last year where I was fine for like 2 months straight, not a worry. Then I was in Thailand trying to stream from there, and account got blocked. I think it's illegal from there, and it's since come back, and I've had issues again. I'm on my final warning, so I've got to be very careful. Marco, nothing for me right now. I'm waiting for gold to see where his counter closes. So I feel your pain, mate. I know it's like, could be any second. But I don't want to push my luck too much on TikTok, and I'm gonna end it very shortly. Yeah, you guys can work it out where to find me if you want to find me. Be back on tomorrow though. We'll see where his counter closes anyway. And again, if we close above, there could be potential entries. Oh, mate, I've put disclaimers. I've done everything. Age restricted it as well to 18 plus. Yeah, I think keeping the stream short is the key. So that's why I really want to try to end it shortly. Edward? No, not for me. I'm in on the buys. If we close below, I'm not interested. I don't have a catalyst. Going up against a... Oh, I thought that was it. Got a puzzle thing to continue the stream. All good. Yeah, so that's a strong bullish candle. So for me, a catalyst against that candle would be bearish engulfing. We have that. I mean, there's going to be way too big a stop loss to even worry about it. We don't have minor support. If it was the 30-minute closing below, bearish, different story. Might have minor support in 15 that we could be breaking. I don't have a catalyst to sell it. I'd rather wait for the option to buy it if it closes above. Otherwise, just let it reset, maybe form a bit of minor support. As it starts to pop below, then I can look for potential sales. But selling it based off one candle against this strong bullish candle, the volume and momentum was to the upside prior to this candle, for me is not quite adequate enough. It could be just a bit of a pause. We don't even have support in 5 minutes just yet as well. Absalom. Yeah, it's not Trump coin, mate. Yeah, definitely gold, mate. All right, looking good, guys. There's always a lot of volume at London Open, so be careful with it. But again, we want it to, or I want it to. You guys can do whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, I'm just trying live. I like to, to trade and like to educate. So for me, I want it to close above this resistance, and if it does so, a little bit of a low wick at the open, and then I'll set a buy stop above the bearish counter high. Closes within the gray zone. Again, I just got to be strict and disciplined and know that it's not my signal, so I need to wait for the next possible option, which will be a bullish engulfing candle where I can potentially look for a limit order or a continuation buy. Otherwise, I just need to patiently wait. Satan, what's my views on XRP? I just spoke about briefly before. It's at really, I mean, it's at its all-time high, isn't it? So I'm a little bit disappointed because I did have decent, not a huge bag, but I did have a few thousand XRP a while back, which I sold out of. But yeah, it is what it is. Do I think it will continue up? Probably, but fundamentally I have no idea about crypto. I don't really follow it. I used to, but I don't anymore. Am I in a sell or buy? Apologies, I can't read Arabic to be able to read your name. No, I'm in nothing right now. I'm just waiting patiently. Kiki at A.C.T Forex, welcome to you. At Dog, what is your bias and goal? Bullish at the moment. But I always say you need to be fluid in the market. So at times I could be looking for a buy and I can just switch to looking for a sell based off one candle closure. Again, it's not just flipping my bias, it's based on price being at a certain level, and within it I have a signal candle form and that confirmation. Right now I don't have one due to downside to sell it, so for me there's going to be no option at London Open on the gold. Let me quickly look at GJ. All right, so again the runner been taken out on GJ, secured some profits earlier, and gold will close back below. London Open, we know it's a lot of volume usually at the open. It's got no lower wick. If it was tapping into this support, I'd be buying it right now, but it's not. So in anticipation, it's likely going to flip and create the upper wick. But obviously it's sort of in the middle of no man's land at the moment, so there's nothing for me on gold. I'm just going to patiently wait. We did close back below the resistance. Satan, yeah, I mean, it is a shame, but it is what it is. I made that decision a while back. I had things I needed to cover financially, and unfortunately crypto was, one of the things that I had to part ways with. But I wish you all best of luck if you are in it, and to anyone else. Thank you for all the follows. Alrighty, TikTok. I don't want to push my luck, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna end the stream on TikTok. I'm still on YouTube. You guys don't worry, I'm not going anywhere just yet. So thank you everyone who is on TikTok. If you've not already done so, make sure to follow me. I will be on again tomorrow around the same time as today. So that is about 5:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 6:45 a.m. UK time. US, I don't know, 2 a.m. or something roughly, 1:45 a.m. something like that. Over the east coast of the US. Anyways, all right, guys. YouTube, don't go nowhere. TikTok, appreciate the support, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Bye, TikTok. All right, no strike. Pity, because the last 15 minutes we're starting to get numbers up to above 50 again, so all good. Anyone currently in any positions at London Open, or anyone just entered any new positions at the Open? And it's so steamy in Melbourne at the moment, it's ridiculous. Right, it was the cat buy. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Are we in from a little bit earlier? For me, the entry point, again, it's easier said than done, especially after the fact, but the entry point probably would be on this counter here. There's your catalyst, and there's your entry. Or you could have probably even taken on impulse on this particular counter itself. Would have been stuck in a little bit of drawdown, but eventually make the move. And if it were me, I'd be tapping into target right now. But it does look pretty good in terms of pure price action. And it's so hot in front of the computer. Oof.
So I'm back, Justin. So I see that GU and EU coming back down. So
yeah, perhaps just grab some liquidity before session open. Yep. So well done on getting in and out quickly.
Correct.
Everything's going down against the US dollar at London Open. Thanks, so that bodes well for you, seeing you are buying US dollar against the Canadian dollar. You missed the other entry, still looking good for a small scalp. Yeah, it's still looking pretty good at the moment, so. Yeah, even that candle itself, that's a liquidity candle closing up near its highs, so that to me is another signal. The only concern would be this resistance, but again, depends on what time frame you're trading it on. You might be looking at a 5 minute. You got some pretty clean traffic to the left. But it does look pretty good. I'd just be a little bit concerned by the level it's currently seems to be rejecting.
Justin,
Yes,
finally
Max.
I got my MagicKeys running. So I bought this, I don't know, like a year ago, and I did not the thing work. So, and I don't know, I have the version 2, and I recognized there is a switch on the outside, and I was not aware what the switch is for. And yeah, after, because it wasn't working with C-Trader and so on, And after I switched this, the switch to one side, and then it's popped up that's working. So, and it's a great tool. So,
All right, interesting. So you're talking
absolutely.
about, so it's not in the back of it, is it?
Pardon me?
It's not a switch at the above the where the battery goes.
It's no, it's when you put the USB in.
Okay.
On the side, there's also a little switch.
Oh, interesting.
And I was not aware for what the switch was. And yeah, it's to turn it on and off. So maybe to protect the keys.
Oh yeah. That's the same as this button. Yeah, of course.
So and it's very, as I mentioned, very nice tool.
I agree.
It's very quick to because there are major buttons there. So I'm getting more and more familiar with that. MagicKeys.
I think it's very important. I use the on-screen version right now. That's.
Do you have also the?
Yeah, I've got the actual
physical one.
Yeah, I've got the good old one here as well.
Okay.
But I just use the on-screen version at the moment, which is, I like it. It's good.
Yeah, it's clear which button to press and so on. So
yeah,
absolutely. So and you have then this close custom. You have this as 80%.
80%. Yeah, I've changed it to 80%. Okay. I think its default is 50. I've changed it to 80 or 30. No, sorry, I think
default is
30%.
Default is 25.
Oh, okay. 50, yeah, something like that. 25, 30. Yeah, I changed it to 80% close custom.
And it's good also to have putting market pending orders in, stop orders and so on.
Exactly. All you do is click on market pending and drag the horizontal.
Yeah.
So
the only issue what I have.
Yep. Go on.
The only issue what I have is when I put the market pending orders there, then I need to adjust the stop loss and the take profit, and this is a little bit work to do at the end, because I have fixed lot sizes and stop losses at the end to put it to 10 pips, and I need to adjust it every time. So it's
okay.
It's a bit.
Yeah. So
is this also on your side?
No, I still use technical stop loss. So I know it's a previous candle low or whatever, whether it be the 15 or 30 or the entry candle. So I'm still using it. It's easy for me. Yeah, I'm still dragging the horizontal, and that's it. Very simple.
And at the end you have fixed lot sizes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay, because I have percentage on the balance.
Yeah, fixed lot. I mean, either way, if you are inputting the amount you want to risk per trade, are you? So it should be set. If it's set for 1.5%, 2%, and then it will automatically calculate your position size based on your stop loss, your entry. And you shouldn't have to work it out.
Okay, I will give it a try.
Yeah, just go onto the website, and there is a video explaining what all the functions do. I think it's definitely what you should be using that, because then it'll save you from having to work out what your lot size and that is.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that there are a lot of videos there.
Yeah, make sure to use it. Goal rejecting. Yeah, so for anyone who's interested, and again, I think it's really good toolkit, the MagicKeys, especially as a scalper. I think you really need something to help manage your trades. A toolkit. This makes it easier to quickly manage your positions. It makes it easy to quickly set up a position. There's a link. You can set all the parameters. I've got everything set automatically, so I don't have to, calculate whether it be a fixed lot size or percent risk per trade. It will automatically calculate it as long as you've input the parameter into the field and saved it. It will save it for each entry, so you don't have to manually adjust it. It's just automatic for each entry. If anyone is interested, there is a link down below, and there is a discount code. I think you get 25% off. So using my code, I think it's ACTFX. So really good toolkit. Really good tool. I couldn't trade without it. I honestly could not. They've got the online version, which is this one here. That's also good enough, the on-screen version. And they've got the, obviously, the actual calculator itself. If anyone prefers to have a bit of hardware. BJ still rejecting. I mean, based off the early analysis, that was also the plan, guys. Would have been difficult because there was no lower wick in the previous candle, basically no upper wick at London Open. But if you guys remember, at the start of stream, what I did say is if we can't get involved in the buys, which we've managed to get involved, we managed to find a way in and give some profit. But if we weren't able to, what we're looking for is resistance and look for a sell, because we are technically bearish in structure. So new options this stream so far, and by waiting patiently on gold, fared a lot. I mean, unless it took a clean breakout, your breakout, yeah, I mean, which would have been difficult. Anyway, no entry on gold just yet, so sorry Frank, I just saw that, thinking it could get to 1.4483 at 9. It's definitely got to there. That mean you've secured some profit? Appreciate all the likes, guys, very much. More likes than viewers at the moment. All right, so gold rejecting. So for the moment, seeing we made a clean move up, and now rejecting, making clean move back down. We could potentially have options. It may not necessarily happen on this stream, but moving forward for buys from above 27, 24, 30. It is now we've cut through this consolidation. So now this is an example of what, you know, when I say I want to see price make clean move up, clean pullback, and that would then make this, in my opinion, a more probable trade area, because again, we make a clean move up, clean move down, we kind of cut through and kind of invalidate that consolidation, and now we become open to potential entries if we get the right sort of confirmation signal from this support. So some simple price action can cut through the mess to the left and make this a more probable level to look for trades within again. That's what I'd be waiting for. I'm turning this room. Wow. Dirty and very humid in the room. mention as well, guys, there are a few YouTube shorts that have been released over the past few days, I think. So make sure to just search my profile. I'm not even sure how YouTube shorts work, to be honest, but just assuming if you go onto shorts and search profile names and that. Make sure to give it a like. Xauusd tapped into the support just now. Oh, low wick, wow. No, upper wick, sorry. Ooh. Interesting. Limit orders possibly would have worked, but that's at the high of the zone. So usually in this situation, it's a bit of a tricky one, the 4-hour zone here. I'm trying to incorporate lows of the 30, but it's not quite lining up with the 4-hour support, to be honest. The 4-hour support, we don't have yet have that confirmed. But interesting, because the levels would have held again. There would have been easy 10 pips in that on the tap into the zone. Nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. I think there's only 21 on stream, so had our fun with GJ earlier. It seems like a few of you have done well on other trades as well, so I've just been waiting to see how price reacts now to this zone. I mean, it's becoming a bit awkward. I really would prefer for it to close now near the low, then form a support in 15. Potential impulse entries, maybe in the following candle close weak bearish. Personally, I'm not going to be taking that though. Otherwise, buys above the high upon continuation on gold, and we'll still be looking at sales below 27, 22, 60. GJ at the moment be looking for similar to gold. If it closed and forming support at this previous level, I'll be looking for a potential option to buy it, but I'd really like to see now a bit of consolidation on the 15-minute time frame at this level, and then wait for the closure above it. And if you can, try to coincide it with a nice strong closure on the M30. Otherwise, buys above the high. We do create that higher low. We've still got some room to the upside, but it looks like it's still some 20 pips, probably about 17, 18. That again. Yeah, about 17. Once you count for spread, about 15. Yeah, that's about it on GJ. Otherwise, sells from higher up. Shrift took the singles around. Yeah, I mean, that's YouTube. You expect. Not TikTok though. TikTok, there were, again, the numbers were good, so why it is frustrating when I get bad. No worries, Tommy, we'll see you then. Hopefully you're around for it. Guys, thank you, appreciate the support. I'm assuming all of you have hit the like button anyway, so, but if you've not, please do so. Guys, I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see how we go tomorrow. If you are trading into NY, do trade safe, take care. Members, I shall see you guys in a couple hours from now, and until then, and YouTube, cheers, take care my friends, catch you tomorrow. Cheers guys.